back, everyone. We've been talking a lot about water.
Yes, we're talking about
and
water.
everybody that's been talking about, since we're talking about it, probably feels like they got to pee.
Yes.
And you don't have to worry about peeing in your pants anymore, because I have with me Bettina Ferrara, and she is the assistant to Tina French, who owns VJuv. And we've been coming on this show for the longest time, once a week, talking about
bladder issues.
Bladder issues, aren't those fun?
Talking about ending adult protection, taking them completely off the market. No more adult protection on the shelves. I would love to see that.
No more having to wear those. No more having to figure out where am I going to sleep at? Have to get up in the middle of the night.
Right, having to wake up in the middle of the night a lot. Urgency, frequency, being afraid to go to the movies because you're going to be afraid you're going to have to use the restroom half the time.
And what's around the corner is summertime, so
right,
you want to wear a bathing suit.
Yeah, exactly. So we have this really, it's revolutionary. It's so cool, and it's a treatment that basically what it does is it strengthens your pelvic floor muscles, because the bladder sits on the pelvic floor, and if we don't strengthen that muscle, then it gets weak over time, and then the bladder's sitting there and it's on a weak muscle, and it's causing us urgency, frequency, stress incontinence when you laugh, cough, or sneeze. Gentlemen who've had prostate issues, their prostate is either enlarged or perhaps removed. The bladder is just sitting right on that pelvic floor muscle. The pelvic floor muscle needs to be strong and stay strong. And if we start doing it now, then as we get older, it's even better. And there's no age. Any age should strengthen your pelvic floor muscle. So, because we come on your show to tell your listeners all about it, and you've helped us grow so much, Carol.
Thank
you. We have 8 locations now. We
That's
started
awesome.
with 1.
I'm so proud of you guys.
Well, because we're helping a lot of people. It's word of mouth. It's your show.
It's cheerleading for this chair, because believe me, here's the thing about what makes them different than anybody else, because we have talked about it. The chair is in other gynecological offices. We do understand that.
You're
the only ones who focus only on this issue.
That's
number
correct,
1,
yeah.
And number 2, they do not. What they're going to do is they're going to take they take your insurance. They're the only ones that are going to offer you for you to be able to come in, do a free 28-minute session. That's a full session, because they want you to see it and feel it for yourself.
Right. It's the reason that we do that is it's very difficult for me to explain on the radio or on the phone. It does 11,200 Kegel exercises for you in the 20 minutes.
Just the thought of that is exhausting.
Who can do that? You can't. Nobody can. But this machine does it for you, and it's very simple. It's non-invasive. You just simply sit on the treatment chair, and it does the work for you. You don't have to do anything. You can be on your phone. You can be, reading a magazine. You can just be relaxing. It is just really neat, and the reason we do the complimentary session is because it's hard for me to explain, because it does not hurt. It's hard for me to explain how it works and feels. Seeing is believing, so that's why the owner of the company, the founder, who herself had a huge problem and was wearing full Depends, and was able to get herself out of those using this chair. She wants everyone to try it, just so that they can see exactly how it works.
Everybody who tries it becomes an ex-patient of the chair as well, believe me.
Yeah.
But also you become a cheerleader. And every single person in the offices, all 8 of them, all of them are ex-patients. You're all cheerleaders of this chair.
Exactly.
You had the problem yourself.
I did. I had stress incontinence. Anytime I would laugh, cough, or sneeze, I'd have a small bladder leak. And I'm getting older, and I just knew that if I didn't do something about it, and plus it was annoying, having to carry around extra clothes and things like this, I knew that if I didn't do something about it, it would get worse and worse and worse. And I, thank goodness, found Tina French, the founder of the company, through a friend. Went to see her. She had the chair. I sat in it, and I saw a remarkable difference. And we do recommend 6 treatments for muscle memory, because we are working on a muscle. We want to strengthen that muscle, and we want to keep it strong. But some people need more. It just depends on the severity of your issue.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're the only ones that are going to take your insurance. They take insurance, they take Medicare, they take Access. And so they're the only ones that are going to do that. The other places, believe me, they charge a lot of money to do this. You don't have to, not with VJuv. They're going to give you a free 28-minute session. They're also going to take your insurance. This is what makes them BTE.
Best thing ever.
And the reason why is because they're helping everyone get out of having to wear adult protection. This chair, and I'm calling it a chair, it's a treatment, and it is FDA approved. Medications are they're drying. You've said that.
Okay, yeah. So the other alternatives out there, first of all, are all invasive. This is non-invasive. So there's a bladder sling surgery, which is unfortunately does not last. It used to be FDA approved. It is no longer. And I have lots of ladies that come in that have had this procedure done, and it's a surgery. It's serious, and they get relief for a very short period of time, and they're back in the same position. So that's one alternative. The other one is medication, which comes with tons of side effects, including the fact that it dries you out, and you get afraid to drink water because you have the problem. And we live in Arizona, you have to drink water. And then the third being Botox in the bladder, which they actually will insert, right? Actually will insert Botox in your bladder. And then there's this other procedure that's called the InterStem, where they actually put these stems in your bladder that's supposed to control, again, all super invasive.
You don't have to do that when you have no excuse anymore.
All you have to do is sit on this, and it does all the work for you. It doesn't enter you, sit fully clothed. It is wonderful.
You know, we forgot. We've got to give out their phone number.
Oh.
It's 480.
Yes, please.
593 5400. Going to do that again. Call them at 480 593 5400. You can check them out on their website. It's stopthep.com. More than anything, what you want people to do is just come in and try this. You want to see, some people even see a difference the first time they're on there.
Yes. We just want you to come in and try. We want you to call the number or go on our website and get a free consultation. Come in, you get a full treatment. We're just going to sit there and talk to you. You get a full treatment, explain how it works, and then you make the decision if you want to pursue it. And like you said, Carol, most people do, because it's so simple and it helps get rid of a terrible issue.
Men and women.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have a lot of men. Men have frequency issues. They use the restroom and they don't feel like they've completed using the voiding, so they go back or they were up in the middle of the night several times. You cannot live your life like that.
You don't have to live your life like that. They have 8 locations throughout the valley to serve you. Every single person that works at their offices are all ex-patients of the chair. They're all cheerleaders of the chair. They're the only ones that are going to take your insurance. They're the only ones that are going to give you a complete 28-minute session. Their phone number again to call. It's 480-593 5400. The website is stopthep.com. It's so easy to remember. Everyone wants that. You know how you feel when the minute you start to sneeze, and it's sneasel time right now.
Right? You're peasing.
Everybody's peasing in their pants.
No, they don't have to. You don't have to get up in the middle of the night a lot. You don't have to pee in your pants at all. And you don't have to be scared to to travel.
And it doesn't
just go
hurt
to the movies.
in any way.
Come on, live your life. Just come. It doesn't hurt. This is so simple. It takes 28 minutes out of your life, and it changes it. It's
now we understand that people are going to have to take at least 6
treatments for muscle memory. Yes, absolutely. And it does depend on the severity of your issue. I mean, somebody who's wearing a poise versus somebody who's wearing full blown. Depends, they're going to probably need more, but it doesn't matter, because once you start seeing that small change, you'll definitely see a change within those 6. You're so happy. So it's such a wonderful place to work, because I
change your life.
Yeah, I see people come in like, oh, this is so wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh gosh.
And Tina French made that possible for everyone, and I just think I applaud her. So definitely call, because you will love this.
480-593 5400. They have 8 locations throughout the valley to serve you. You basically have no excuse anymore. If you've heard them and think, that's too good to be true, give them a try.
Yeah.
Go in there, and they want you to have this 28-minute session. They want you to feel it. They want you to see what this feels like. And by the way, if you do it now, just think for the summertime.
Yeah,
you can wear the bikini of your life
with no adult protection.
How nice is that?
Or play your golf game with no adult. You don't have to worry about your adult protection.
Or run to the bathroom.
Yes, run to the bathroom and miss your tea. Yep.
Best thing ever.
It is
and
the best
both
thing
for
ever.
Men and women. When you have a lot of men that come into your office.
We do. We have a lot of men. We even have couples that come in together, men and women, because this is a muscle. It's not like you go to the gym and you see a machine that says, come over here and work your pelvic floor muscle. No, it doesn't happen. And so this muscle doesn't get worked out. We need to work it out. That's what this treatment does, this chair does. And that will lift it back up. And it's for men and women. We both have pelvic floor muscles.
And you know what? Everybody that comes there is also so excited to be a cheerleader of the chair, because it is something that does work.
Yeah, we
We've
get a
seen
lot
it
of word of
time and
mouth. I get a lot of people that come in and then they take our brochures and give them to their friends. I mean, yeah,
because it's exciting, especially when you don't have to, first of all, spending the money on the adult protection.
Right.
I'm sorry, it's a huge industry. All the things that you see on television, all sorts of stuff. This is FDA approved. It is safe. It's safe.
It's easy.
It's easy, and all you have to do is call them and tell them that you heard it on Networking Arizona, and you're getting a free 28-minute session. That phone number to call, it's 480-593-5400. It's stopthep.com. For you, you have had a lot of stories. One of them recently that I know you've told before is about a woman that was driving a lot.
Yes,
and had to be in her car.
Right, she was going between Phoenix and Las Vegas, and she had basically herself at a point where she was stopping almost at every single rest stop to relieve herself to make it to Vegas. After she started using the treatment, she sat on the chair, she was able to go to Vegas, and the only reason she stopped is because she wanted to buy water to drink.
Yeah. And can you imagine having a life where you don't have to think about it anymore?
I know, it's beautiful. And then, it's just such a wonderful thing, and not having to worry about living life and having your bladder get in the way.
What makes them different, there's a couple of things. One, they take your insurance. So that's covered by insurance, it really just makes sense, number one. Number two, they're giving you a complimentary full 28-minute session. They say it's the best thing ever, and it is, because it's going to be a game changer, a life changer, and you're going to love it. So all you have to do is call them. Their phone number is 480-593-5400. What are your final words real quick?
Why not change your life? Why would you not try this? It's so simple. Just call. It's easy. You sit fully clothed. You're just sitting there. At the same time, you're relieving yourself from bladder incontinence issues.
And it's so wonderful to know that you can pee in your pants, and you don't have to pee in your pants and worry about it anymore. I said it wrong, but I want to.
No, you won't. You won't have to worry about
now
it.
You will not have to worry about that anymore. 8 locations throughout the valley, 4 to serve you. You can check them out on their website at stopthep.com. Their phone number, it's 480-593-5400. Give them a call. Again, it's stopthep.com.